Alright, here we are again, half an hour later. So again, I just get a glove. Like I said, just saves on the hand cleaning. Yeah. So this has been sitting for half an hour, and you can see it's kind of a bit of a mushy mess. It does move. As you can see, it is shifting down the bowl. Okay. So that just shows you how sticky it is. Like I said, this is high hydration loaves. This is what I do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the next set of folding. Now, this is where if I was doing a fruit loaf, for instance, I would add fruit into here and start folding it through. If I was adding some other additive in there, cheese, garlic, herbs, whatever, I do it now. The only one I won't do now and I do earlier is if I ever make the black loaves, so your activated carbon loaves or activated charcoal. I will do that when I mix the flour and the salt together because you want to distribute it evenly. So yeah, so in this case we'll get this going. So normally, like I said, you'd add stuff in at this point if you wanted to. We're just doing straight plain loaves today, so we're not going to do anything. So what we'll do is go ahead, same as before, tip in, pull across, quarter turn, so on and so forth. But we won't do it as many times as last time. So we'll go in. You can still see it is quite still tacky, but I don't know if you've noticed, this is actually coming up and cleaning up. It's starting to clean the bowl, okay? So you can see the bowl's relatively clean on the edges now. And you can also see that the dough doesn't look like it's been, if we get a bit closer, it doesn't look like the dough has been ripped or it's like just barely sticking together. So again, just a couple more. So I've probably done 8 to 10 there, and I'll just tuck these sides in just to kind of center it again. All right, and that's it, okay? That's all I do. So I won't do any more now on that. So I've done about 8 to 10. So I've gone around the bowl pretty much twice. You can see it's kind of holding a bit of that shape from that. It's also now you can see it's kind of sitting in a kind of ball. It's not flattening out, which is what it did before. So again, we'll just cover this up. And we'll leave that rest again because we've just stretched everything again. We'll leave that rest for another 20 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll mix all that up again. Now, like I said with the fruit loaf, and I've got one over here, I think. Yeah, I do, still a little bit left over. So I made a fruit loaf, and I'm sorry I'm out of camera view, but we made a fruit loaf the other day. So this is kind of a sourdough that I've made with a fruit loaf. It looks a bit denser, and that's because I've actually used quite a lot of fruit in here. So when I do my fruit loaves, and we've got dates and apple, figs, raisins, sultanas. I put everything in there. This one actually had port and honey in it as well. So you can mix that type of stuff in there combined. But what I tend to find with the fruit loaves is because of the amount of fruit I put in it. So like for that kilo there, I would almost have half a kilo almost of fruit and port mix and honey and stuff like that. And that's just because if I'm doing a fruit loaf, I'm doing a fruit loaf. This is not sultana bread or any of that type of stuff. Raisin toast, where you've got a couple of raisins here and there. If I'm doing fruit toast, I'm loading it up. So, all right, so we've done our mixture. That will sit, like I said, for another 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I'll be back. I'll mix this all up again, and then we'll let it sit for another 20 minutes. And we'll follow this process until we get comfortable that it is starting to form.